So when you talk about hormones, we spoke a little bit about adrenaline and dopamine in the last video. And there's another quite well-known hormone, which is serotonin. And serotonin is the hormone that's released when you're in group or social activities. It helps give you that sort of feeling of connection. And one of the ways that you can release that is through reminiscence work, especially in social environments or even on a one-to-one. So generally it's positive experiences that will release it into the brain. And those positive experiences don't have to be in the current moment. They can actually be in the past somewhere. It's the recalling of them. And the basic physiology behind it is your brain doesn't really know the difference between what's real and what's visualized or remembered. It senses it the same way. So the only thing I'd say to you is you want to construct your questioning and your session to recall positive memories, because it also works the other way, that if you drum up less than positive memories, the emotions that are going to come with those as well. So to create the release of serotonin, you've got reminiscence, life histories, one-to-one sessions, group sessions. Serotonin is also linked in with sleep. So part of the release of serotonin is actually getting older people outside, not first thing in the morning actually, because the sleeping patterns are slightly different. You want to get them out for about 11 o'clock in the morning, where the sun's at a different point in the sky. And that will trigger their internal clock for when they're going to go to sleep a certain number of hours later. It sets off the clock internally. If you're working with older people that do go out earlier than that and do have sleep problems, you need to give them some sort of sunglasses to stop the light going into the eye. So serotonin is linked in with motivation. So that's why I'm talking about it. So if you can release levels, or increase levels of serotonin released in the individual, the likely is they'll feel more motivated to do stuff. The final one is something called oxytocin. And oxytocin basically is released through intimate touch. It's also released in other ways, apart from the obvious intimate touch. So you can release it through massage, you can release it through certain personal care activities. So long story short, my wife cut my hair for me a couple of weeks back, and it was actually a really nice half an hour. You know, she was there trimming it and talking to me, and I was spending time with her, so she was actually grooming me, for the lack of a better word. And not in the modern sense of it, in the traditional sense. So there's a lot of stuff linked in with something called namaste, where they'll be doing personal care activities like hair and nails and shaving and all this sort of stuff. So the release of oxytocin is caused by the physical contact. That's really what I'm getting to. And that's a pleasurable sensation. And something that's pleasurable will create a level of addiction, which will help motivate the person to come back and have it done again. So again, I'm not talking about the ethics, I'm just talking about the biology of how it works. On the next one, I'm going to talk about a couple other little hormones, then we're done. Okay, bye-bye.